Mikel Arteta has gone ahead and really spoken how he believes in Arsenal, and they still have a very huge assurance that Man City will drop points on the final day and Arsenal will be crowned champions of the Premier League. Welcome to the Arsenal News Show. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having a very wonderful day. 17th of May, and this is the Rokani Media Football in the Arsenal News Show. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims Barakallah Fikum, and obviously let's try to really get through what Arteta's gonna hate to say during his pre-match press conference that we'll see him really address the media for the last time this season, because this is gonna be the last game of the season. Arteta was asked on whether he had to lift the players after City's win on Tuesday. He said the hope was there and it didn't happen, and now we have to do our job, which is going to be tough because Everton are in a really good moment. So we are going to prove again that we can be better than the opponent and win the game. Then we have to wish for the best and for West Ham to have a really good day and help us to fulfill our dream. That's what we are hoping for. So Arteta is really very optimistic on what is going to happen on the day. He believes that a lot can happen at the Etihad Stadium and West Ham can come out and really stop the side of City. And if you've gone here to really see these games of football on the final day, City has gone here to struggle. On the 2-3 occasions where they've gone here to go to the wire with Liverpool, City has been lucky that most of those games have been played at Etihad, and even this one is going to be played at Etihad, but they are playing against West Ham. So Arteta is believing, which is right for any manager and for his players. But why is he being asked about lifting his players? Obviously, they had to lift the players' morale because at that juncture, if City went out at Spurs and won 2-0 in that manner, where they never really played very well and they went ahead to execute a result because of the pressure they really had, you have to understand that the side of City is really ready to obviously not lose a game at Etihad, and that really downsouls the players of Arsenal, you understand. So the manager had to do it because he had to really bring these players together and really tell them, please, let's obviously get on going, let's do the needful. And obviously the needful is supposed to be done and shown in the training sessions they've been holding from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it says they are resting tomorrow, and on Sunday they'll be playing the side of Everton at the Emirates Stadium. But he has to do it. The players are like babies, and the manager is supposed to be having what we call a huge emotional intelligence on his players, because he has to lift up their spirits. You go into that game of Everton when one of those players is going to switch off, he might be the reason as to why Arsenal loses. And if I told you Mikel Arteta, you'd love to say to it that you accomplished the season with 89 points. That is it. Because last season, Arsenal had 84 points, and now they've already gone ahead to add 2 on what they had last year. And that means if they go to 89, that will be really a very huge push. And next season will be one of those seasons that Arsenal will obviously get what we call 90 points. Because I remember, even when they're playing against even when they're playing with Arsene Wenger in the unbeaten run, they had 89 points, meaning that Arsenal were just less of just 3 points to see to it that they really go ahead, to see to it that they really clinch that trophy. That is it. That was their journey, and that was the road for them to do all that. So what the manager is doing, to me, it's right. It's 100% right, because never say never. You don't have to be pessimistic. You have to be optimistic about everything that is going to be happening into the game of football. So we wait and see how that pans out, but he's still optimistic that something might happen. Now, Most of you have just gone ahead to forget a big factor of how Arteta might be held by his former manager at Everton. That is David Moyes. David Moyes is a manager who was with Mikel Arteta for a very long period of time. He signed him from Rangers, I think, and brought him to Everton, and then he sold him from Everton and he went to Arsenal. That is Mikel Arteta for you. Now, a question has been raised to Mikel Arteta today on whether he has spoken to David Moyes. He said, no, I don't think I need to do that, but he's been instrumental and so important in my career, not only as a footballer, but as a person as well. He could help us to fulfill our dream and my personal dream to win the Premier League. That would be unbelievable and always be in my memory. So, if you are a father and your son needs your help, will you ever not go ahead to obviously give him the help that he wants? West Ham, in their structure, they can come out to play for Arsenal. You know? And Moyes and the experience he has, playing his last game managing his last game as a West Ham manager, he has all what it takes to really have these players in his, or to enter the minds of these players and obviously tell them we should not allow Man City to beat us. And I tell you, they are gonna put there a very hard atmosphere. Most of the players at West Ham are players that David Moyes has gone ahead to sign. That is it. So, him having gone ahead to sign those players, what comes into his mind? I can really tell these players, this is the last game. Give me the best gift that you ever give to a person who brought you to West Ham, who gave you a chance to come here and really play. Mohamed Kudus, Paqueta, Ward-Prowse, you get? I think even Kurt Zuma, crossing from Chelsea to West Ham, he might be the man responsible for obviously fronting him to the side. Then there is another guy. What's his name? I've forgotten his name. But most of the players, he has gone ahead to bring them at the side of West Ham. And I tell you, he's going to really order them to see to it that they really die for the manager. I know Arteta won't come out and say that he really talked to David Moyes. But I tell you, Arsenal will do everything to see to it that they lure Man City into the trap of West Ham. If there is anything that Arsenal can do to see to it that they really get themselves that trophy, they'll do it. You know, if it's pumping at David Moyes, great. If it's telling David Moyes, we are going to give you £2 million if at all we win the trophy, they can do it. We've gone ahead to say to it that teams in the La Liga, especially Barcelona and Real Madrid, have gone ahead to obviously pay out teams that are going to really face their nemesis on maybe on the D-Day to win the trophy, or in the remaining 3 games. If Barcelona needs that win, I tell you what, the man himself, Fiorentino, Jean Laporte, will obviously promise money to the team that is playing against Real Madrid. That is acceptable in the game of football. You get? It's very acceptable. So that is it that we've gone ahead to get in for you here onto the Rokani Media Football. But I tell you, Arteta, even if we went ahead to obviously do what we call that call, I tell you what, he won't come here and really tell you that he went ahead to do it. He won't. I tell you. He won't tell you that he did it, but I very much know that he's one of those people that has a very close contact with the guy called Moyes, and Moyes will also like to do something for Mikel Arteta, and he'll be proud for a player that he managed to obviously come out and really pull out this on Pep Guardiola. I tell you, it's not going to be an easy game. Arsenal missed out on Spurs doing it for them, and in my mind, I really smell a rat that David Moyes might shock the side of Man City at Etihad. They can, because we know that Man City is really going to be having a lot of pressure. That is it. And in that account, we will see how things go on. But City are still the favorites. Amidst everything that is really happening right now, Man City are still the favorites. You understand? Then we go to Arteta, the players keeping up on City versus West Ham. He said, the only thing that we have discussed is giving ourselves an opportunity to live a beautiful day on Sunday where the dream is still alive and is possible. And it's football. Once we were there, we just have to live the moment and play like every single week and understand that for that dream to happen, we have to win. Then we have to hope again for West Ham to help us to achieve that dream. But that part is on us and is the only thing that we can focus on. And he's right. To make it make sense, all what Arsenal has to do is to win. That is it. If they don't win their game, even if West Ham goes ahead to obviously shock the side of Man City, they won't really be anywhere. All they need are 3 points. Get 89 points and wait to see what's going to be happening at the Etihad Stadium. You know, last season, City won it early, but the other season of 2022, you saw to it that City left it late. They had to score 3 goals, you know, to obviously stop the side of Aston Villa from humiliating them on the last day. You understand that very well. So that's exactly what's going to be happening on Sunday. And it's going to be a huge one. And I just can't wait to see how things are really going to unfold that side. But I tell you, a lot is expected to happen on Sunday. And you cannot rule out both occasions or both scenarios. I tell you, the side of Man City might come out and really lose to West Ham and Arsenal take the trophy. All else, Man City can come up and beat West Ham, and then Arsenal does the due diligence to obviously take the trophy, and Man City can also take the trophy. So it can happen at Wembley. It can happen at Emirates or Etihad. One of those 2 teams is going to be the winner of the league 2023-2024. So guys, I call upon for your reactions on whether Mikel Arteta is right to believe in Moyes to stop the side of Man City on Sunday. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you when you see me. Bye-bye.